It's never easy following our dreams, no matter what, whether we have support or not. But when we are a woman and we are standing alone and we have dreams and nobody thinks it's a good idea, we have to dig deep and we have to really want it. My hair's not too bad today. You know, I have not moved a lot in my life, really. But every time I move, my hair falls out. So this should get real interesting by July. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi today. I hope you had a good, happy, safe week. I had an exciting week, and I wanted to thank you so much for your comments last week about, celebrating with me my 8 years on YouTube, 100,000 lovely friends and subscribers, and yeah, I got a new house for me and Desi. And the things that you said just melted my heart. So much love and support, and you seemed just as excited as I am that this little pup, Desi, who started in a closet, is going to have his own backyard. His first run in the backyard, I'm going to film it, and I'm going to film it like in slow motion with the song from Chariots of Fire. I mean, he deserves that. I'm so excited. I really am I cannot wait. I close in 3 weeks. I want to give you an empty house tour. And then I want to take you through and just talk about some ideas with landscaping and the living room and so many things. I can't wipe the smile off my face. So thank you so much for being out there. The first weekend of spring, and it's so cold and icy. But I don't think I could ever leave Michigan. After a long, cold, dark winter, there's always that beautiful spring. It reminds me of my life, and I need reminding. Spring is on its way. This week, I was thinking so much about the decisions that we make about our life when we're over 65, and it's different. Our thought processes are so different. And there's so many things people say to us that I don't think they even know they're being sort of outrageous or rude, but they'll just blurt things out like, what do you mean? You're 68 and you're buying a house. What do you want a house for? Like, what does that mean? What do I want a house for? What do I want to have a life for? It's hard to know what to say to that. I don't know about other people. But for me, when I turned 65, every single decision that I made with tremendous care and purpose. So I'm talking to my friend Hal this week, and we're just obsessed now with how we all make decisions in life, especially over 65. And we started thinking, okay, well, what are some of the big decisions that we make, where we live, how we live, what kind of car we drive, what kind of refrigerator we have in our home.
It was just on the other side looking at the sticker, and it said 85,400 or something like that.
Is that a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
This is $85,000 to buy?
Yes.
What would it take, Hal, for you to buy an $85,000 vehicle?
A miracle.
Who needs a fancy stove? As long as it's clean.
What do you think this goes up and down for?
I don't know. I have been reading this book, The Deeper Wounds. And in the book, it talks about when we make decisions. Well, every decision that we ever made, we carry with us. And it's important, especially for a woman, to look back and remember one of the biggest decisions that she would ever make, where she basically got no support. So it asked me to think back on one of the biggest decisions in my life, where I stood alone, where I didn't really have the support of family and friends, because they loved me and they wanted me to do something else than what I had a passion to do. Some of my happiest moments that I have here is when I get to talk to you all and learn about your life. And I find out every week that so many of you are at a crossroads. You're thinking about leaving that abusive husband. You're thinking about quitting your job that's hurting your back and making your feet bleed. You're thinking about maybe moving to be closer to your children or your grandchildren. Maybe you should go back to school. Maybe you should find something in life that makes you happy again, that gives you joy, because you can't remember the last time that you felt good about yourself. I know those feelings. And every decision that we've ever made, we carry with us. 8 years ago, I was at a crossroads. I had been in a car accident. I went through a horrendous divorce. I didn't have a dime. I didn't have any money. And I didn't even have a car. And I had to make a decision. And my friends and my family, they were worried about me. I was so depressed. I was crying all the time. I mean, I got up every day and fixed up so I could sit and play cards and smoke and cry about a man that was never going to come back. So I had to make a decision. I started watching YouTube. I started watching all these amazing women over 60 on YouTube, and they were giving me hope. I thought my life was over, and I was watching these fabulous ladies, and I said to myself, maybe I could do that too. I love little movies. I love films, and I have so much I want to say, and I want to touch the world. So I told my friends, I think I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Oh boy. You would have thought I would have said, you know what? I'm going to start reading fortunes at the circus. I mean, it was like, what? Nobody makes it on YouTube. You're not going to make any money. And that's not for you. That you don't want to be out there, and so on and so forth. They said that to me because they loved me. My family was so adorable the first couple years that I was on YouTube. They didn't really want to talk about it. You know, it was like, you know, Grandma's just going through something. We're just going to let her be. Well, after 3 years, instead of, getting, a regular job, I had a passion. Yeah, I wasn't making any money. I was making a little money. I was making a couple $100 a month. But I was learning. I was staying up all night and I was learning about cameras and editing. I could get up every single day out of bed and be excited and happy. I had a platform. I could share my life, and you could tell me about your life, so then I could share your life, and then we were just all walking each other home, and it was glorious. I loved every second of it. And no, I wasn't making any money, so nobody around me supported me. Do you blame them? But I loved it. It was my dream. The longer I did it, I kept thinking, someday I'm going to make great videos. Not about lipstick or eyeshadow. I'm going to make great videos about women that aren't seen. And 8 years later, I still feel that passion. I stood alone. I stood alone. And I made the decision to keep going, to keep making videos every single week that took 50, 60 hours a week. Now, I can film and edit a lot faster now. But in the old days, it took me like 60 hours a week to make one little video. I knew nothing, but I loved it. And I loved meeting you. So back then, with my $1.49 in the bank, that $1.49 in 8 years here has brought me to my little house that brings me to my grandchildren and my beautiful family. And it allows me to be here talking to you. I did the very best I could to explain to the people that truly loved me why I was doing this crazy thing where I wasn't making any money. And I got a lot of hugs and a lot of prayers. I stood alone, and it worked out.
You are getting a fancy haircut this week. You are going to look so sharp for moving day. Yeah, you love your little beard, don't you? Desi, I got to ask you a question. Are you going to like your new backyard? You know what? You're going to have a doggy door. But we got to have some rules on that doggy door because you can't go out there in the middle of the night and play. Okay?
I believe this with all my heart, but it's never easy following our dreams, no matter what, whether we have support or not. But when we are a woman and we are standing alone and we have dreams and nobody thinks it's a good idea, we have to dig deep. And we have to really want it. You know, I'm thinking about like Marlene Matlin, a little girl in Illinois who's deaf. And she tells her parents when she grows up, she's going to be an actress and she's going to win an Academy Award. And her parents are like, no, you're not. Or Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman to sit on the Supreme Court. And she's in law school, right? And her mother says, there'll be such nice boys there for you to meet. Or maybe the beautiful Rosa Parks. And she refused to sit in the back of the bus, even though nobody would have told her to ever do such a thing. She could get killed. But that was her dream, social justice. Sandra Day's dream was to sit on the Supreme Court. And Marlene's dream to win an Academy Award. I think sometimes that when we don't have support with a decision, we want it even more and we work even harder to get it. But sometimes I think our passion and our dreams are not revealed until we hit our darkest hour. I remember I would see these corny little memes, you know, follow your dreams. And I'd think, what? Follow my dreams? I don't even have enough money to eat. My dream is to not go hungry and to feed my blind dog tomorrow. What do you mean, follow my dreams? But slowly it was revealed to me what I needed to feel alive again and to want to live. And not just live and survive, but live a great life. And it happened in my darkest hour. I hope I'm not being too dramatic here. I'm just using these examples of when we're at those crossroads and we truly are thinking, well, I don't think I should do that because my family thinks I'm nuts. Well, maybe you are. Maybe I am. But in the end, it's so much fun moving towards our dreams, and it gives us such an amazing purpose in life. And maybe we'll fail at it, but that is not failure. At least we tried. Real failure is to not even have had the guts to try at all. I think that's what life is all about. Passion and dreams.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's success is never measured by how much money you're making. If you're happy, and if you make the people in your life happy, now that is true success.
They say there's always one moment in a woman's life where she has complete clarity of who she is and what she wants. I love that. I really do.
And I assume that you're going to hire somebody to plow the driveway in the wintertime.
yeah.
Because you're going to have to do the steps to the house.
Well, Desi does all the shoveling of the steps. He's really good at that. Hal, this refrigerator is so beautiful. I swear it has my name on it.
Well, it does. It says LittlePoet right there. Right here. It says LittlePoet.
Oh my goodness. Gotta buy it now. The thing about this, Hal, is I'd love something like that for my backyard, but I don't think I could handle, getting the umbrella up and down. I think that would just, I'm not strong enough to do that.
Well, you only need to be a wimp to put it up. The umbrella's coming down.
Oh, really? Is
Really?
that all there is to it? I could do that.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It was so great. And if you get time down below, could you maybe share a time in your life where you made a decision but you stood alone? Please have yourself a wonderful, happy, safe, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, please come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal. We will be here, and we'll be looking for you.
Oh, my sweet boy. We wished and we wished for a house of our own. And now we're gonna get it. Are you excited? I'm excited. I always thought it was corny, that saying. Love never fails, but it's really true. Dreams do come true. And love finds a way.
Well, we're moving on up to a Cape Cod, to a fine Cape Cod home up north. We're moving on up to a Cape Cod. We finally got a piece of the pie. Oh, he's so cute.